thinking. This is one of the most powerful mental models for understanding reality. It allows you to cut through assumptions, get to the core of a problem, and build solutions from the ground up. Most people rely on borrowed thinking. They do what others have done, make small tweaks, or follow standard rules. That might work for simple tasks. But when the challenge is new, complex, or broken, copying the past usually fails. First principles. Thinking starts by asking, what do I know for sure? What are the basic facts, independent of trends, habits, or opinions? Once you've got those, you rebuild from scratch. Here's a simple example. Imagine you're trying to eat healthier. Most people look up popular diet plans or follow what worked for someone else. But first principles thinking asks, what does my body actually need to function well? At the most basic level, it needs enough protein, vitamins, energy, and hydration. Once you understand those needs, you can build a diet that works for you, regardless of fads, labels, or influencers. This way of thinking changes how you approach everything: health, work, money, even relationships. It makes you ask better questions. It forces you to stop leaning on defaults and start thinking clearly. It's not about being a contrarian. It's about getting to what's real. Because when you understand the fundamentals, you don't just copy what works. You understand why it works. That gives you power, not just to follow, but to innovate. First principles. Thinking won't make decisions for you, but it gives you something better, clarity. And in a noisy world, that might be the most valuable tool of all. Second-order thinking. Some decisions feel right in the moment, but end up causing problems later. That is where second-order thinking comes in. Second-order thinking is a mental model that helps you look beyond the immediate outcome of a decision and consider what might happen next. Instead of stopping at the first effect, you ask what that effect might lead to. This kind of thinking helps you anticipate long-term consequences and avoid unintended results. For example, imagine a company cuts prices to attract more customers. First-order thinking says lower prices equal more sales. But second-order thinking asks what happens after that. Maybe the profit margin shrinks. Maybe competitors drop their